What's up? What's up? What's up? G3JP in the house. Gotta turn this air conditioner. Turn it. Yeah, it's hot in this room. Okay, so today's video is about me moving on, and yeah, moving on from the different positions or situations that I was in my life. I've always thought about these things, and it's really my life turned out good. Okay, I'm on lie. It turned out really good. Okay. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Johnson? Johnson. Well, how should I call you, Liam, or Johnson? I'll just call you Johnson. I'm good, man. Thanks for the thumbs up too. Hey, so anyway, like I said, this is about me moving on. Two thumbs up. Hey, what's up? From the different positions in my life. Call me whatever, bro. Okay, I'll call you Johnson. Thanks. And so, how you doing, man? So anyway, my life has been good. Really has been good. I had a few downfalls in my life. I'll tell you those later. I think one that I had that was really cold was when I was in the military, and no, I can't say that because let me see. I think I put it on the video a long time ago, but yeah, that was okay. I'll just keep that to myself. But hey, thanks. Hey, what's up? Let's see who's in the house. Okay, chime in if you can. Thanks for the thumbs up. Well, okay, I won't say with that because I think I put in a video a long time ago, and but I did have one really downfall in my life, but it wasn't as far as my success or hey, three people in the house, what's up? Or it wasn't because of my um, how can you say that? Anything I did, something happened, and for some reason, I just couldn't understand why. So I thought about doing something that was really crazy, but I didn't do it. And then that's when I said, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go do something else. And so I went and did that. And because I did that, these things happen. But I can't say them because the people who are involved are still alive, and I don't think I told them, which I need to tell them first. Okay, but that was the only thing. Okay, and it was something really major I was thinking about doing, but I said, nah, I better not do that. But anyway, let me go on, moving on. Okay, so like I said, my life, I only have a little bit of time. Oh, wow, wait, hold on. Whoa. My students are coming, so I need to keep track of the time. I have a class. Yeah, got about like a good 30 minutes. But my life was good. I have zero complaints. My mother, even she's passed, rest in peace. I loved her so much. Whatever she went through, the things that she did and things like that. Actually, to tell you the truth, I really don't know what my mother did. I think my younger brother, he was more conscious of what she did because he's telling me things that I'm like really surprised, like, okay. But then again, I'm not really surprised. I was more or less, well, why because the last time we talked about this, about some things that he did, which is some funny stuff, and I couldn't believe she didn't kick his butt. But I was like, why you all involved with mom's business? Like, you her boyfriend or something like that, So it was just interesting and stuff. But I just didn't really worry about it because for some reason things in my life just it just happened good, And I got a lot of stories, I told you where I was close to a lot of near life threatening situations out in the military, in LA, Detroit, and stuff like that. But I never faced them like I faced that one thing with any fear, And so moving on. Okay, so let me get started. Okay, so I'm thinking from the first thing that I could think of was I always talk about this. So I'll start in high school, and in high school I was taking a Class A, four people in the house. Thank you. I was taking a class on what was that class called? I think it was banking or something like that, where they teach you bank, what's that? Balance your bank books and stuff like that. So I gotta thank God for living a great life, bro. You are making money. You making money. Got a good, uh, good Japanese wife and doing good, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna make another video that's really going to explain my life in on Nagoya. I want to make another video about just my school, but I already made that. My mistakes in business or stuff like that I made. But I did a lot of silly things I shouldn't have done, but for some reason things are still going good and stuff. But I'm gonna start off at University Senior High School in Brentwood. That's where we used to live. I went to school there, but we lived there for like a couple of months or maybe a couple of weeks, and then moved to Venice from there. But we did live in Brentwood for a year or two when I was at Emerson and stuff like that, because we moved around a lot. So anyway, I was at taking that class, and I think it was the last day of class. We had only a few more minutes, 30 minutes to wait. And for some reason, I got this weird idea in my head just to leave class, right? And I think it was because either I was a senior, right? And a lot of seniors did ditch and stuff, right? Or, there's a lot of stuff going on at the school. And University High School was, I guess, one of the top prestigious high schools in, LA County, I'm sure. Because, I lived in Brentwood, which was a rich area. Then you got Santa Monica, then you got Pacific Palisades, and just different schools and stuff around. And I think even Venice High School, minus the negative part, was, from what I heard after I met someone who went there at where was I? Here in Japan. She told me that it was a great school. So I was talking to the teacher about leaving. She said, if you leave, I'm gonna give you a B. I mean, you're gonna get a B too. I'm gonna drop you one grade. So I think I must have had an A, and she gave me a B or a C or something like that. And so I thought about it, and I said, okay, well, let me just, should I stay or not? And something said, well, you opened your mouth, and if you do stay, of course it's gonna give you a good grade. But if you leave, then what impact will it have on you, and what impact would it have on the students? Because basically, it wasn't a threat. I said, what would you do if I leave? She said, I'm gonna do this. And then I said, I don't think you're gonna do that. And she said, yes, I will. So I left, and she did it. Because had she not did that, I probably would have gotten, and I did this one thing, which is gonna be my next story. I probably would have graduated with a higher GPA, and probably would have went off to college instead of doing what I ended up doing. And so I left, I got that grade. Another one was, and I told this story a lot, was that I was in a writing composition class or something like that. We had a black teacher there. This is like, I think in the year 1982, and there was this black teacher there. She was cool, but a lot of students, I don't know if they liked her or not. I didn't really dislike her or liked her or anything like that, because I didn't really know her. I'm just going to class and stuff. So she was opening up the books, and I looked down, and I saw that I had some good grades, and I'm like, whoa, I did really good in this class. So I didn't take the finals, and something told me to write the final report, which was a descriptive report or something. So just basically just describe how to do something or tell people how to do something. So I was going to write how to bake cookies, because I used to bake a lot. And I thought about doing it. I'm like, well, it's probably too simple. And God was like, just do it. And I'm like, forget it. I'll just take the C in the class. I think that was really made my grade drop, because had I not left that finance class, and well, I'm calling it for baking class, whatever. And had I took that written that thing, I probably would have got like a B plus or A minus at the very least. I would have probably ended up graduated with a 3 point something instead of a 2.2. And so I didn't do it. And so I got my grades and stuff, and I was kind of sad. So I'm like, okay. So then my mama sent me to Cleveland, Ohio to stay with my uncle and stuff like that. And it was really interesting. And I had didn't really know what it was like to live in a black neighborhood, all black neighborhood. Of course, when I was in Detroit, from not from the time I was born. I think I was in a hospital, then went right to Detroit. And of course, I was living around a lot of black people. I saw the things that people did. I went through a lot of fights and stuff like that. But at the age of 11, for me, and maybe when I got hit by a car, I think that really affected a lot of things with me mentally. Not saying it made me mentally dumb or anything, but it made me step back and look at life and say, "Oh, wait a minute. Let me check out and see what's going on." And so, ooh, the light thing came on. And so, I just really didn't think about anything. Like a lot of people said, me and my brother were quiet all the time, but I know we did some crazy stuff, in Detroit and stuff, wrestling and different things like that. So when I moved to Cleveland, after moving to LA in a white neighborhood, then a white neighborhood, black neighborhood, back to Detroit, back to a white neighborhood, to a black neighborhood. But Venice, it wasn't like totally black. It was whites and stuff there too, and you had the beach and everything too. So I had so what I had did was let me see, I moved on. What was I gonna talk about? Oh God. Oh, okay. So by the time I got to Venice, I was like, okay, well, what's going on? Um, in Cleveland too. When I was there, kind of skipped and stuff. In Cleveland, I looked around. I was like, wow, this is all black. I mean, all black. And if you had to go to see white people, you had to like go out of town, basically go out of town. I guess it was called. But it was really interesting, to see, these streets, beautiful streets, and wide streets that were clean, and black people living in them and stuff. And I was like, wow, it was like almost a first, to hit me. And I'm 19 at this time, right? So, in Cleveland, it was cool. My family was there, and things happened. And so I ended up meeting this one sister there that lived in the same apartment building we lived in. I actually lived in this kind of like penthouse luxury building. It was called Crystal Towers, I think it was called at that time and then. And the girl next to me, she was real nice and stuff, And I was still a virgin at the time, but we were like really close. No kissing, no touching, nothing. She always invited me to her house. Her sister was there. I think I seen her mother once. I don't ever think I saw her father. And so we used to always just kick it in her bed, just laying down and talking just like brothers and sisters and stuff. And I thought about asking her to date me, and I said, no, it's okay. And then I met another sister there. She was going to university. She was the same age as I was. Light-skinned sister, really beautiful, really fine. Used to work at UCL. I mean, not UCL, but at, what's that place called? YMCA. And she told me to go to school out there and things like that. And I wanted to date her. I really did, but I didn't know anything about dating. So I just said, nah, forget it. So I ended up, had I dated her, what I'm saying is, had I dated her, I probably would have not went back to Los Angeles. So then some things happened, which I don't know what happened. My mother all of a sudden said, come back to Los Angeles. So I went back to Los Angeles. I got a job. I was going to college, and I was going to college, and me and a friend were walking down the street one day, and these two white girls, one from, what's her name, Switzerland, I think it was, and the other from England, but they were in the States and stuff. And so the one from England, red hair, really beautiful young lady. We started dating a lot, and it was really interesting because even though we were dating, we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. And I almost asked her to get serious with me, but before I did, she told me that her families were racist, and if they found out that we were dating, they would get mad and probably come up to me, "Hello, everyone in the house." And so I just started laughing. I didn't worry about it and stuff, but I started hanging around with their friends, and so all of their friends were all European, okay, French and whatever. Had this one black guy too. I don't know. I think he was French too. Really tall guy. He was bisexual and stuff. And thanks for the thumbs up. And I really was gonna hang out with that group until this one white dude, he started talking crap. And hey, what's up, people in the house? What's up? And he, at that time I didn't know anything about racism, so he was going hard on me and stuff. And so a lot of people like, chill out. And he said, no, I don't want him around. So he's coming from this racist, if you know about what French did to blacks, it was like they did what they did to black slaves was so bad they don't even like talking about it. And this is what I read from one of their people. And so I didn't really understand it. So hey, what's up, Hawkins in the house? And so I really didn't understand what was going on. And so he kept on, and I didn't get upset because he was saying some kind of rude stuff, but I didn't get upset because, like I said, I didn't understand where he was coming from. So instead of me getting upset at him, I was more into trying to understand where is he coming from. And so I never knew. And I think after that, some people said something to him. Then he said something to me, and he approached me, and I said, wait, what you doing? He's smaller than I was, and at that time, I was kind of yoked and stuff. I'm like, yo, what you doing, man? You can talk, okay, but you put your hands on me, I'm gonna hurt you. And so he kind of like backed off a little bit, and then I got to thinking. I said, you know what? I can stay here, chill him out, and hang out with the group because they were, hey, what's up, 7 people in the house? Thanks for the thumbs up. Because the group was like a beautiful group. It was just these white guys, these white girls. Everyone is just being free. You know how it is in Europe if you've been there, how they uh, just so lively and stress free or something like that, just outgoing and stuff. And so I thought to myself, I could hang out with him and chill him up. I said, no, let me step back and I'm looking. And I mean, the things that they were doing, because like one time I walked up onto one of the parties because the girl, she lived in Venice. If you go to Venice, outside of the black neighborhood, after you pass 5th Street, and then I think it's Electric Boulevard, and then you cross San Juan or something over there by the high school that was there. I forgot the name of it. I want to say it's Westminster, but I'm not sure. But there was a pink house, and you know how the blocks go like this, right? That house went from this side to the other side. It was a white dude that lived there, architect and stuff. So I was always over there. He would come down and, see what's going on, or tell the girl who was there, who was the nanny, basically, that he was going to leave or something. He saw me and said, hey, how you doing? He didn't say who I was. He didn't say anything. He was like real cool and stuff. So I'm always thinking that maybe it was just my vocabulary at that time, because there is hey, 9 people in the house, how you doing? Because there is a vocabulary that you can use that doesn't offend white people, So that's why I always tell my friends, and like I told my son, I said vocabulary is important. And the reason it's important is because vocabulary it invites you into all conversations, whether the person who are talking about it, the people who are talking about it, whether they welcome or not, So the more vocabulary you have, the more conversations you will be invited into, and then the more information that you will be able to learn for free, And after a while, as I got older, I started to understand why sometimes when my black friends, okay, will come and say, yeah, we went to this place, and these white people, we walked in, and they just stopped talking. And after a while, I started understanding that, because they don't want to give away free information and stuff like that, I guess. So instead of me hanging out with them and stuff, because like I said, I walked up on one of the parties, and so I knocked on the door, and this other girl, the English one, the one from England, came, opened the door, and walked in. They having this this party. I think it was like a shower party. Peace and love, King. Thank you, radical leftist. And what's up? And so I walked in, and they showering and stuff, and it was pretty much I don't know, an orgy or something. I'm not sure if it was orgy or whatever it was, but women were naked. Everybody was just doing their little thing and stuff. So I'm like, My students came. Give me a couple of seconds. Oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Been following you for 10 years. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So this is part one. My student came. So I have to go and I will continue this later. Okay. So you guys take care. Thanks for the thumbs up and the people who participated in things. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay. You too. You be safe, man. Take care of yourself also.